Hello and welcome to the first official video for Cosmic Carnage SFX. I know the name has changed a million times, but that's because I'm an indecisive person, but that's the one I've decided on for now. Used to be Triforce Cosplay, used to be Phoenix SFX, so uh, I'm not gonna say that it's not gonna change. But today I have new video software on my phone and I kind of want to give it a gander. So we're trying to do our first YouTube video. So I've made this lovely, super messed up silicone hand. And we're going to go ahead and paint this today because the plan is we're going to put this in like a terracotta pot and it's going to look like there's flowers and leaves and stuff growing out of it. So I don't know if you can see this very well. Let's see. But you can see that these fingers right here all got kind of messed up. I did an alginate mold where I put my hand in like this. And the fingers didn't fill up all the way because it was my first alginate mold. I didn't know what to expect. I have since learned what I should and should not do when I do that, but I didn't want to waste this giant chunk of silicone. So I'm going to take some skizzers to it and chop her on up, make it look more like this was on purpose. I might even bite off some of the fingers, I don't know. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, you can see we have various weapons of mass destruction, and we're going to chop these guys off. He's a little covered in hair. I'm probably going to like wipe it off, but this one I'm going to cut at the knuckle. This one I'm going to cut farther down. This one I'm just going to mess up the bottom of this a little bit more, and then this one I'm just going to mess the side of it up a little bit more. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, we got it a little bit more goobered up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some toothpicks, I think, and make it look like bones sticking out of it. Then I've got some lovely caulk, and I'm going to goober these up some more so that it looks less clean cut. And yeah. Okay, we got them all goobered up. It's very purple, just because I want him to be Zambi-y. So, it's really hard to see all the detail on this, and what I'm going to do next is paint this with alcohol-based paints while the silicone here and all of these little places dries up. It should be about 30 minutes, that's what this caulk says. And then I am going to seal all of this. After 2 hours, I will seal all of this with a layer of dragon skin, which is what I cast this out of. But I'm going to do the alcohol-based paints to get the actual colors and everything down. And then we'll go from there. Okay. This is just a bottle full of 99% alcohol. I'm using a Skin Illustrator palette, I believe that's what this is. No, Narrative Cosmetics FX Alcohol Activated palette. It has a lot of like the zombie colors and stuff in it. Here we go. Alright. So we're going to do a lot of greens and blues for this because I want this to be overly zambied, just to match the purple flesh that I gave it, because what I want to do is call this Pushing Up Daisies, put it in a terracotta pot, and make fake daisies growing out of it. I thought that would be funny and cool, so that's the plan. Okay, and here it is, all painted up. And make it so I don't touch it too much. Oh yeah. Nice and super disgusting. So, this idea transformed just a little bit. You'll notice she has hot pink fingernails. It's because I figured it would be really hilarious for this to be some gardening chick. And immediately, you know, thinking of a Karen and their super long fingernails. And I know that's a stereotype and blah, 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 blah. I don't think everybody with long fingernails is Karen. But I just thought it would be funny if a Karen's garden turned on them because they were giving people so much shit. So I think this turned out super awesome. What I ended up doing is with the caulk that I have, it's a, once it dries, you can paint it type caulk with things other than silicone based paints. So what I did was give this a thin layer all around and let that get nice and tacky. This still has to cure for like 2 hours, so it doesn't actually come off. I've taken a few bits off. I'm sure you saw it in the time lapse, but so I'm just being really careful with this. But so far, it looks like it's gonna stick. This isn't like a prop that I'm going to be using for like a haunted house or anything where people are going to be handling it all the time. It's a decoration, so it's just going to live in a flower pot. So I figure if the paint is rubbable, then it's not going to be that big of a deal. But I haven't had time to get Psycho Paint, and I really wanted to paint this. So I think it turned out awesome for what it is, and for not having a base layer on it to begin with. I really like that vein specifically right there, and I like her little pustules and grossness, and I think it's going to look really awesome in a flower pot. So that's the next thing that we're doing. Okay, we have located our flower pot. I got this, like, I don't even know what this is from, honestly. It's like a globe. Oh, you know what it's from? It's from a sphere that I used to make my Majora's Mask Skull Kid hat. So it's that part. What I'm gonna do, ended up being perfect, is gonna shove that in here carefully so that it kind of hovers on the top. I can get it to go again. There we go. Just like that. So I don't have to fill this whole thing up with a whole bunch of stuff. Then I have moss. So much moss. Because what's spookier than moss? Yeah. So then I need to get flowers, so that's going to be another day. But basically what we're going to do, carefully, I've decided her name is Susan. We're going to stick Susan in the box here. I think I need to add a little bit more stuff. Let's see here. So I've got bits of project foam from Lowe's. They're like $5 a thing. I'm just gonna break these up till it fits. Basically, I need my hacksaw. Hacksaw. Be careful when using sharp objects. Not me. I'm an adult. Okay. Now we're gonna stick those in there. Get it so Susan will be more up towards the top here. Okay, let's check that out. See if that'll be what I want. Carefully, Susan. Yes, perfect. So just like that, I'm gonna center a little bit. I need another piece to go under. There we go. Alright, put you down there for a minute, Susan. Stick that there, stick that there, and gorgeous. Beautiful. amazing. Let me turn you up just a little bit. Sorry that you can see like where you're attached here. I'm not a professional, so. Alright. So there's Susan. Beautiful in her box. So now what we're going to do is get my hot glue gun, wherever that ran away to, and we're going to glue these pieces of foam together and then start putting moss in. I'll bring you back when hot glue gun is all heated. Okay, we're super hot now. I switched because the light coming in on that side was awful. Okay, so we're gonna goober on up these dudes. Just glue them in the pot here. Lots of glue. Stick them on here. Alright. This guy. No, this wants to have problems. Okay, good enough. That way, there we go. Alright, have more glue sticks right here. Quick, fun, and easy tip. You can use this lovely acrylic sealer to make anything super shiny, but don't spray it directly on project foam, because any airspray, like alcohol-based paint, is going to melt your project foam. If you don't want your project foam to melt, but you still want to use it, then you're gonna give it a good old gloppy layer of either Elmer's glue or Mod Podge. And then you have this nice protective barrier, and you can spray paint it to your heart's content. Okay, those are in there, kind of. We're going to put Susan in here now. And I'm going to attempt to glue her, but she's not going to actually get glued. I understand that. 'Cause she's silicone. Just kind of give her a base to glue on into. There we go. See, no rips even on this. Wow, I can even rub it. Isn't that crazy? Because before, what was happening, and I probably won't show it in this video, but before what was happening, so I decided to try an alcohol paint everything first, and then I was going to do a nice thin layer of the dragon skin, which is what I used to mold this. That wasn't working because I would go to do the next layer of paint and it would rub off the underlayer because silicone don't stick to paint. So after I put on that thin layer of the caulking, it's working. It's not even rubbing off. It's nice. I mean, you can touch it and everything. It's still just a little sticky because it still hasn't been 2 hours, but I am well pleased. And in 24 hours, I bet it'll be even better. So, anyways, quick fun little tip. We're going to put a shit ton of moss in here now. Oh yeah. And I'm just going to shove some of this in, especially around, because I don't think I need to glue it. And if I ever want to change the pot, like change it to a terracotta pot, which I don't have at the moment, then I can. Because it's all just one big base of foam. There we go. Alright. Beautiful. Okay, I think I need to shove this down just a little. There's Susan, so you guys can see what Susan looks like from the front. It's a cutie. I got these giant bags from Michael's when they were having a sale. Get them from Michael's when they're having a sale. Don't order them off of Amazon. It will be cheaper from Michael's when they're having a sale. And coupons are free. So, here we go. There's Miss Susan and all her gory. Alright. And now, what we're going to do, I'm behind you now. I'm grabbing a couple of flowers that I already have. They're like those little tendril guys. I also use them for eye stalks. And we're going to shove them in here. Because I don't have daisies at the moment. But she will eventually have daisies, so. Gosh, did not want to go in there. Okay. There we go. Do another one on this side. Not to cover up any of Susan's glory here. I don't think I have any other fake flowers. So, that might be it for Susan for now. But there she is, in all of her glorious glory. I'll try to keep this focused while I turn it. My phone likes to not focus, so. Beautiful Suzanne. So that's as easy as it is to make a nice gory Suzanne. So if you ever mess up a mold of your hand in alginate, don't throw that hand away. Use it to make something awesome. Anyways, thanks for watching this probably train wreck of a video. Subscribe and like if you liked it, of course. More videos will come more often. I'm not dedicating myself to a set schedule, but more stuff is coming. I'm doing a cosplay competition this year. I'm going to be making a Zant cosplay for FanX, so I need somewhere to document it, so it's all going to be documented here and on Facebook. So, wherever you want to watch, if you want to watch, I would greatly appreciate it. Thanks again. We'll see you. Bye.